For the world needs fire, not the fire that consumes, but the fire that transforms. You are that fire. If you choose to be, Democritus taught, happiness resides not in possessions and not in gold. Happiness dwells in the soul. So turn inward, not to escape the world, but to anchor yourself within it. For when the soul is steady, the storm cannot shake you. Be rooted in something greater than approval, than achievement, than applause. Be rooted in truth, in virtue, in wisdom. For these are not passing things. They do not fade, they do not rot, they do not break, they endure, as the stars endure. Epictetus reminded, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. This is the secret of greatness, not chance, not fortune, but choice. The choice to rise early, the choice to speak clearly, the choice to act bravely, the choice to hold yourself to the highest standard, even when no one is watching, especially when no one is watching, because the gods within you are always watching. They do not demand perfection, but they demand devotion to the good, to the noble, to the eternal. Heraclitus said, much learning does not teach understanding, so do not confuse knowledge with wisdom. Do not chase facts and miss truth. True wisdom is quiet. True wisdom is humble. True wisdom listens. True wisdom waits. And in your stillness, it finds you like a breeze over water. It whispers, be still and know. You are more than your name. You are more than your story. You are more than your fear. You are the guardian of something sacred. Guard it well. Let every day be a prayer, not of words, but of action. Let every deed be a hymn to virtue. Let every breath carry courage. Let every step echo with purpose. For as Sophocles declared, without labor, nothing prospers. So work, not just for bread, but for meaning. Work not just for gain, but for grace. Let your labor build a temple of the soul, where light lives and shadows fear to enter. Do not let it dim, for your light is not only for you, it is for all who walk in darkness and wait for one soul to shine. You are that soul, if you choose, because you are not here by accident. You are here because the world needs someone who refuses to surrender the flame. Marcus Aurelius reminded us, waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Do not hesitate. Do not waver. Do not wait for the world to change. Change yourself, and the world will follow. Let your actions speak. Let your presence instruct. Let your choices be the sermon that needs no words. And when resistance comes, as it always will, do not curse it. Welcome it. For resistance is the grinding stone that polishes your resolve. It is the test that reveals your truth. Socrates said, the greatest way to live with honor in this world is to be what we pretend to be. So cast off the mask, strip away the image, and stand bare before life, authentic, undefended, alive. Let your life be undivided. Let your inner world match the outer, so that no lie finds shelter and no fear finds root. Pythagoras said, choose always the way that seems the best. However rough it may be, custom will soon render it easy and agreeable. So embrace the uphill path, the one less traveled, for it is there that strength is grown and greatness is found. The smooth road offers no resistance, but also no revelation. Climb, and each step will show you more of yourself, not what is weak, but what is waiting to be awakened. And when doubt whispers, as it surely will, say to it, I was made for this, not by chance, but by nature. For I am not a leaf, blown by winds. I am the root. I am the mountain. Let every obstacle be met with clarity, with courage, with calm. Epictetus reminded, circumstances don't make the man, they only reveal him to himself. So welcome every season of difficulty as a mirror. Do not run. Look into it and see what must be changed, what must be shed, what must be strengthened. And once seen, begin the work, not someday. Now the time is always now. You are not made to drift. You are made to direct. You are not made to blend. You are made to blaze. Do not let it dim. The fire is still inside you. Feed it with truth. Fan it with discipline. Protect it with silence, and it will grow. Not into a blaze of ego, but into a beacon of clarity, one that others will follow, even if they never speak your name. And when they ask, how did you endure? How did you remain? How did you keep the flame alive? Let your life be the answer, for within you flows the river of ages, a current shaped by countless souls who chose to stand rather than fall. Socrates taught, know thyself, but knowing is only the beginning. The journey continues. In the doing, in the becoming, you are more than the sum of your doubts, more than the weight of your fears, more than the shadows that sometimes cloud your vision. You are the light that pierces the darkness, the voice that calls from silence, the strength that rises in weakness. As Heraclitus said, no man ever steps in the same river twice, for it is not the same river, and he is not the same man. Change is constant, but so is your core. So hold fast to what is true within. Let your courage be the compass that guides you through the storm. Let your wisdom be the anchor that holds you steady in the tempest. Pericles declared, what you leave behind is not what is engraved in stone monuments, but what is woven into the lives of others. So build with kindness, speak with honesty, live with integrity, even when the world is harsh, even when the night is long, even when the road is steep, for the soul thrives in struggle. The spirit awakens in adversity, and the heart finds its true rhythm in the dance of challenge and triumph. Epictetus reminded, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. Simplify your desires, and you will find freedom. Simplify your mind, and you will find peace. Simplify your life, and you will find meaning. Let go of what weighs you down. Let go of what dims your light, and rise unburdened. Marcus Aurelius said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Strength is not the absence of difficulty, but the mastery of it. Strength is not silence, but the choice to speak with purpose. Strength is not solitude, but the willingness to stand alone. So stand tall, stand firm, stand true. Even when the world shakes, even when your path is unclear, even when the night whispers doubt, do not let it dim. The fire you carry is sacred. It is eternal. It is yours. Guard it well. Nurture it daily. Let it be the beacon that guides you home. For you are the descendant of light, a child of wisdom, born not merely to exist, but to rise. Plato wrote, the first and best victory is to conquer self. To rule yourself is to rule your destiny. Look inward, for your empire lies not in land, but in discipline, not in wealth, but in the peace of a trained mind. What greater task than to master your own soul, to rise above impulse, to transcend fear, to quiet the chaos within. The true hero's journey is always inward, where the enemy is not the world, but the weakness that resists effort, the comfort that rejects growth, the fear that delays truth. And what is courage but the refusal to retreat from who you are, even when no one applauds, even when no one sees, even when the cost is high? Heraclitus said, character is destiny. And so, it is, not luck, not circumstance, but the choices you make in silence, in struggle, in solitude. The world may forget your name, but it cannot forget your impact, not if you build it on virtue. Aristotle taught, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. So walk the path, even when you are tired, even when no one walks beside you, even when the path disappears into shadows. Make virtue your routine, and greatness will follow. Let your every act be an offering to something higher, to the unseen order, to the divine within. Do not wait for inspiration. Be the inspiration. Speak like one who knows truth. Act like one who remembers eternity. Walk like one whose steps are watched by God's. And when the weight of life threatens your flame, stand tall and say, I was not born to be extinguished. I was born to ignite others. Do not let it dim, because this world needs fire, needs voices that do not tremble, hearts that do not bend, souls that do not sell. And if you fall, fall with honor, rise with greater strength, and press on. Your path is not to perfection, but to perseverance. Your goal is not applause, but alignment with truth, with courage, with wisdom. As the Stoics said, fate leads the willing and drags the unwilling. So be willing, willing to endure, willing to strive, willing to rise, not someday, but now, always now. That quiet force inside you, that inner vow you once made when no one was watching, but the heavens listened. You were not made for ease, you were made for meaning, and meaning is found, not in comfort, but in courage. As Marcus Aurelius reminded, waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one, act, do, become. Let each sunrise remind you that life is not a rehearsal. It is the stage, and the time is now. You do not need permission to be brave, to be true, to be whole. Let go of what they said. Let go of who you were. Let go of the fear that still whispers that you are not enough. You are enough, not because of what you own, but because of what you carry. A mind that can choose wisdom, a will that can forge through doubt, a heart that still believes, and belief is power. Belief builds bridges where others see cliffs. Belief speaks light into the dark. Epictetus said, no man is free who is not master of himself. So do not seek freedom outside. Find it in self-rule. Find it in restraint. Find it in the clarity that comes. When you strip away every lie, you are not your failures. You are not your fears. You are not the voices that tried to define you. You are the one who still stands, still speaks, still dreams. Let them count you out. Let the storm rage. Let the wind howl. You have faced worse. You have endured more, and you have not broken. So rise again. Rise not with noise, but with quiet conviction. Like the mountain that does not bow to the sea, let the fire in you burn steady. Even if it's small, even if it flickers, do not let it dim. For the world needs steady souls, not the loud, but the true, not the grand, but the grounded. You are here to build, to heal, to lead. Maybe not the masses, but the one next to you. Maybe not with speeches, but with actions. Maybe not with certainty, but with faith. Plato said, the measure of a man is what he does with power. And your greatest power is to choose honor over comfort, to choose virtue over gain, to choose purpose over ease. So choose wisely, choose daily, choose again and again, until your life becomes a flame that lights the way. If you felt inspired by our journey through the Hellenic horizons, give a thumbs up, subscribe, and share your thoughts below.